Have you been doing any of that stuff at home since we?
Breathing?
Yeah, like the all fours,
Yeah.
cross connects.
I just kind of go through the warm up.
Have you doing that fencer squat at all?
Yeah, so pretty much whatever's like my warm up at the time is what I do at home.
So ERs are definitely getting better, which is good, but that's the first. So yeah, if you don't have external rotation, then you have a massive risk of injury. So that's usually like the first thing to restore. But yeah, so how's that feel?
There's no pinching on the right side. It just doesn't feel like any.
Weren't you getting more pinching on the right though versus the left?
No, the left was getting more.
Oh.
On IRs. It's like pretty much the worst part.
Interesting. I feel like, yeah, I think you have less IR on the left. You need to do the hip flexion too, because this, so, how is this?
It was a little bit.
Pinchy?
Yeah.
This is pinchy? Yeah, I mean, you're at about 0, I would say. Let's see what the hip flexion is on this side. So I need to figure out which cross connect to give you, and then which side to start with. So you have less ER, so this probably feels stiffer. Like that feels better than on the other side, right?
Yeah, there's no pinch.
Yeah, so I think you have a little bit more IR, a little bit less ER on that side. Let's see the shoulder too, just to compare, because I think your ER is getting better here. Like before when you came in, it seemed like it was pretty stiff, but then going this way, that's when you want to like shrug everything. Like if you let your shoulder dip forward and shrug, you'll see, I mean, you can get a lot more.
Yeah.
But if you're unshrugged, about like right there. So technically we're looking for 180 degrees total. If that's about, I'll give you like 180. 15 maybe.
Not much.
So you're limited, and then this way too, like this is what we were trying to get. So it's better, but I mean, to get your arm overhead, there's definitely some compensations. Let's try the left sideline one on top of your left hip, and then get your right foot just a little bit in front of you, where I think we tried to line it up with your hip, but let's start it slightly in front of you and then bring your left knee up. About as high as you can, but yeah, not to the point where it gets pinchy. And then think about slightly, I think you're in a good position right now actually, but yeah, like making sure that you're tucking the hips a tiny bit without rounding your back. And then see how like your head and shoulders are kind of in front of your pockets. Go back, just without moving your hips, move your left shoulder back a tiny bit. So now, take your shoes off. Got the foot contacts, think about a weight just resting really heavy on your left hip and the left shoulder. Okay, so you got that good foot position, and then think about the zipper on your shorts turning towards your left leg just a little bit. Yep, so keep that position with the zipper and don't let that top hip roll back. I kind of want to try a couple different reaches, but let's do one different where you're gonna basically try and reach your right arm towards me, like your side bend. Not too much, so it's kind of like, it's like that. So you can bend that elbow. You want to feel like this side is getting longer and almost like stretching out a little bit. Do it to the point where you don't arch though. So go here, start here, and then just like reach up. Reach more towards the ceiling, right about there. As long as it's comfortable, you want to make sure you're still unshrugged the whole time though. So don't go like all the way overhead, but just think like that's the direction that you're trying to go. But now see how your zipper rolled back? Yep, so now just go through 5 inhales and feel like this side is filling up with air, it's getting bigger. A little bit of a stretch. Think about your right foot pushing into the wall. Roll your zipper over a little bit more. Yeah, right there. You gotta feel like you're breathing into your low back. What do you feel on that one?
A little bit of activation in here, and then just the ribs kind of opening up a little bit.
Let's check really quick. I do think starting on the side might be helpful. Okay, so we're trying to get some right shoulder flexion and internal rotation.
That feels better.
That feels better, yeah. Feels a little better going this way too.
Yeah.
So maybe that is the first one you start with. This feels a little better too, huh? That might be a good one. All right, let's try the one with the ball between your knees. Let's try it with a right arm reach. So instead of going with both arms, just start with the foot fused and then get that back flat, a slight tuck, but no crunching. So your abs aren't doing the tucking. It's like those hamstring. Does that make sense? Like you're not crunching down with your abs, but you're trying to kind of bring the back of your pocket towards the back of your knee, back pocket. So start with the foot cues. That's going to be really, really important because I think if you're feeling it like in there, that's a good sign. You need to get better foot pronation on your left. So then look at where your hip bones are. Think like top of your hips just resting heavy, super lazy, like no tension. And then now just reach your right arm. Let's do it like that. Let's just do a straight arm reach. And when you inhale, think about like inhaling into that low back. You feel like you're putting a little bit of pressure into the table right below your shoulder blade. And you're also getting that chest to kind of fill up. Let's do 5 inhales. Keep a little bit of pressure into the ball, like 3 out of 10. Don't lose it. Think about like unshrugging the whole time with that shoulder too. What do you feel on that one?
The activation on the inner side of both legs, and then, like you said,
A little bit of a stretch in your low back.
yeah.
Yeah, that inner thigh stuff is really good because I think that's going to help get you in a more internally rotated position. Let's check. Let's see. I think we know the measurements that really need to, like if you get better internal, so this feels better than when you came in. Let's check shoulder flexion too. I mean, it feels easier to get your arm, but you still want to do that. Yeah, so this measurement, if this improves, I would assume that, yeah, so this is getting better. It's not great though. That's getting better too. That's weird. I think we've got 2 exercises. So I do think that left side lying one, we're going for internal rotation on this side. Is it less pinchy?
Yeah, definitely.
It's getting there. There's some. All right. Let's try left foot. So honestly, I don't know which foot to start you with, honestly. Let's go with a little bit of a bend in your knee. Just a little bit. And then you're not really putting pressure into the foam roller, but you're just sensing that like that heel is secured onto the wall. Find your foot. Don't bring your right foot up first, or yet, but find that hip. So you want to get like a little bit of a tuck without your hips coming up. Now, bring your right knee towards your left eye. and do it slow. So you're gonna want to do that. Keep everything in line. So foot should line up with your knee. And you're going to the point where you feel that back start to round, but you're not crunching. Right there. Yep. So bring it towards your left eye, and then now reach that elbow across. Emphasize more. So you should feel heavy on your left side still. Like if you're reaching to the point where you start to come up, then it's probably too far. More knee. Bring that knee across your body so it meets in the middle. You want these 2 points to kind of cross in the middle. Yeah, there we go. And then usually you just go palm flat with that right arm. 5 inhales. Really focus on that big toe pressure. See how there's a space here? Push right there. Yep. Right there. If there's a scale, you're trying to increase the weight, the pressure. Yep, don't move that knee. That foot's gonna wanna come in towards your left knee. Keep it out. There we go. You might need to scoot a little bit closer, but just make sure that you're able to unlock your knee and keep that heel pressure. Same thing with the other one we did. We're trying to kind of like fill up that low back and your upper chest too, but definitely breathing into both directions. What do you feel on that one?
A lot of just activation up in here.
On that side?
Yeah, and then also the whole leg right here, right there.
Yeah, so inner part of your hamstring and not the outer part of your hamstring. You might feel a little bit of your glute on that left side too. Let's check really quick just to see if anything changed. I don't know if we start with the left or the right. But yeah, we could do a hook line first. We could do a hook line on one side and a supine
Feels better.
on the other.
No more pinching on that side.
It's getting there. It's definitely improving.
It was really bad when we came into it.
It was pinching back, like worse than normal, you said?
Yeah, it was just like
Let's see this,
the
dude.
worst it is.
But I think this is very much related to that left foot and left hip. Try and just like keep this on shrink. No, definitely didn't get better. Shoot. Maybe supine's too much. Let's do one more set of, maybe we started with the wrong foot. Okay, let's try a supine cross connect with your right foot on the wall. That hook line with the right arm reach did seem to improve your right shoulder, though, huh?
Yeah.
You felt it on that one? Maybe you don't need a cross connect. Right, so get your knee more unlocked and then focus on the foot pressures. So inside heel, base of your big toe. Both hip bones are just heavy on the table. And then without losing that foot or the hips, you're just gonna bring your left knee across. I would emphasize more of a reach with that arm. Inhale, reach, exhale, push into the foot, and then maintain the reach. Maintain the foot pressure and inhale. Kind of want just to see what happens if you do the left side first versus the right. Inhale, feel like you're getting taller. Keeping that foot pressure. One side feel easier than the other?
This side felt way better.
The one you just did?
Yeah.
Let's check, let's see if anything changed. Yeah, honestly, I think we do have to do a little bit of, ooh, this feels better. We have to do something asymmetrical. But yeah, that feels a little better, huh? Let's see.
That feels better.
Oh, with that.
No pinching. I don't know if it got better rotationally.
See. Better than when you came in. We haven't really lost this yet. Okay, let's see. We got the left sideline, that's a good one. Hook line, ball squeeze. You know, really quick, let's just do, let's do that one where you're on all fours with your hands. If that got any better. I'm thinking maybe a hook line cross connect is better than the supine, but I don't know. Oh yeah,
It's way better.
nice. Let's check that right shoulder too.
Yeah.
Did you get an MRI?
Yeah.
That looks better, Finn. Let's write that down. Let's see. I think that's probably a pretty good. Maybe we just skip cross connects for now. So you do left sideline, hook line with ball squeeze, right arm reach. And then hook line cross connect, I'll keep that one in there. I think that would probably be good. All fours, hands elevated. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll put on forearms because it's all fours technically on your wrist. Bottoms up, searcher, split squat, right foot forward first. Remember the breathing.
Yeah.
So inhale at the bottom, get big and tall. Exhale up, but don't. So we're always trying to keep the knee. It's basically going to be like this, and go really, really slow. So that knee is not going to straighten, and then that back knee is also not going to straighten. Box deep cuts, you know how to do that one.